Hi guys and welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I want to talk once again about the Dastardly Duos event that was supposed to start today, but instead it will only start tomorrow, and why sometimes it's maybe better for Blizzard to just have less content but put more efforts into the content that they release instead of having events like this one, because personally I think this is a big waste of time for everyone involved, and especially I think this is kind of crazy to have such a time-gated, time-limited event with such little rewards that are also time-gated. And overall, I think this event really represents why a lot of players have quit WoW and why a lot more players are considering quitting WoW. So first of all, the main thing obviously that is already annoying a lot of players is the fact that this is a time-limited event, yet another one, so it will only be available for a month and a half, and after that we don't know what will happen to this event, if maybe it will be brought back at some point in the future, what will happen to the different rewards from the event, and so again, just a lot of uncertainties around this mini event. Then, of course, it was already since the beginning a time-gated event because we were only able to access it, as you can see, on June 3rd when patch 11.1.5 has been released now for quite some time. And so, again, not exactly sure why we were not able to just directly get it since the release of patch 11.1.5 and have a little bit more time in order to complete all the different activities and farm all the different rewards, especially when you know that the main rewards are also time-gated inside of this time-gated and time-limited event. So here, as you can see, this is the main way you will be able to get some of the different rewards, which include this pet right here, this mount, which is just a recolored version of one mount from Legion, and then also 2 toys. So basically each week you will be able to complete a new quest, and each quest will reward you with one new item. So for instance, on week 1 you will be able to get this toy, week 2 you will be able to get this other toy, week 3 the pet, week 4 you will be able to get some new things for your toy, week 5 you will be able to get the mount, and finally week 6 you will have another thing for your toy. One important thing to note here is that it's not yet certain whether you will be able to complete previous week's quests if you miss them. So let's say, for instance, sadly you were not able to play for the 3 first week. It's not certain that you will be able to arrive on week 4 and directly complete all the different quests from the 3 first week and also the one from week 4, or if you have to start right away at the one for week 1 and then wait for the other week to complete week 2. Personally, I think they will do that because it would be a little bit weird that you basically need to be there the entire time in order to complete the thing, because again, it's only 6 weeks. And so here, as you can see, it covers all the different quests. So at least I'm hoping they will do that. But still, it means that, for instance, if you want this mount, you will need to wait 5 weeks in order to get what is, again, just a recolored version of a random mount from 5 expansions ago. So this is kind of crazy because it's not like it's a really cool reward. It's not like this is anything crazy. Same with this pet and then this toy. I mean, these are pretty fun, but having to wait that long in order to get these different rewards is just kind of crazy to me, especially considering that the event in itself is not that interesting. This is my personal opinion. I've seen some people saying that they were looking forward to it. Personally, I've tried it on the PTR. And it's kind of really like not that nice compared to, for instance, the Boros Guild or things like that, where you actually had some nice challenges and better rewards. So overall, I think it just doesn't make any sense that we have to, again, wait 5 weeks to get this recolored mount that actually no one really asked for, and especially that we have just so little rewards for these time-gated and time-limited events. Here, we'll also be able to get a few of the ones that are not just recolored weapons or things, but again, they're, nothing like too crazy. I think only the staff is a really good reward from this event. But then, like for instance, the other things you'll be able to get are these different shoulders pieces, and these are really small and nothing like crazy that I think a lot of players are going to be super excited for. So overall, again, all the different rewards are not that great. They are time-gated like crazy. And the last point that I want to bring is the fact that, for instance, here limiting this mount to only week 5 and 6, it means that if someone is going on holiday during that period, basically they won't be able to get the mount. Even if they want to complete everything before that, they won't be able to do it simply because this mount will only be available for 2 weeks. Because again, the event is 6 weeks long and you will only be able to start getting the mount on week 5. So for me, I think this is way too crazy to have this short window of opportunity to get this time limited mount, especially knowing that patch 11.1.5 has been here for quite some time. And again, we don't know if this mount is going to be brought back at some point, if it's going to disappear after that. So overall, I think this is very player unfriendly and something that, in my opinion, makes absolutely no sense, especially again for such low rewards that no one really cares too much about, over than maybe collectioners or people who just want to add it to their collection. So let me know what you think about this in the comments and if you agree or not with some of my points. Personally, again, I'm really against this very player unfriendly way of managing these different time limited events and of this time gating that they've been doing for the entire patch. I think it makes no sense. And especially when you see the quality of the rewards that we're getting, I think this is pretty bad. So overall, I'm very unhappy with this new little event that is supposed to be the main event for the next 6 weeks. And especially, I think this is very unfair to the players because you will only have 2 weeks to really get the main reward from this event, which is the mount. And if sadly you're not here during these 2 weeks, which by the way is in the middle of the summer, so a lot of people will be on holidays, then you won't be able to get it before the next time it will be re-added into the game, if it is at some point. So that's pretty much it for today's video. I just wanted to share my opinion with all of you. I will be back very soon with more guides and more videos, and in the meantime I wish you all a great day. Bye!